What do you think I need this for? Going to the bin site, big strap. It involves a grain auger, a chain, and a strap. Yeah, you guessed it. Beautiful day for the middle of November. It looks like it's cold, but it's actually really nice out. Especially if you keep your feet warm, dry.
Getting the Elmers cleaned up again for them.
This one sold, and she's heading to a new home already. Didn't last long, but we want to get her cleaned up for the next guy. It's all part of the fun. You got to run this Elmer's for a little while. What do you think of it?
Pretty sweet. The best part of the whole thing is the augers on this side.
Yeah, that is nice for the twisting, isn't it?
Oh, way gooder. Controls are here, so then everything's on this side. Otherwise, like Steph, she's got to twist her body, and the controls are here, and look out that window.
And the clutch is on your left foot, and you're trying to twist to the left. Your leg naturally wants to come off the clutch.
Yeah.
It's nicer when you're to the right, because then you got more leg on the clutch.
Yep.
Any other features that you like
the
on
gray
it?
paint is nice. Yeah.
It's
gray.
neutral. You wouldn't like it if it was red, painted red?
Oh, it'd be okay.
Oh.
Cockshot red.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that spout too, to be able to maneuver that when you're loading trucks. It depends on where you end up when you come up to the truck. Sometimes it's a little too far, so then you can angle it back a little bit.
You don't have to move it like 2 inches.
Right. You can just use the spout.
Yeah. So what are the things you don't like about it? Or what would be something you didn't like about it?
Too small.
Just the size. Just a little bigger.
Otherwise it's...
All right. Well, there you go. You have it from Dana. That's if you don't like it, no one's gonna like it.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Ivan.
Nice.
Look at you. You got all your...
He's cleaner than I am.
Yeah, well, he's
smart.
Yeah, well. This guy here, he just dives right in. No rubber boots on or nothing. He's got bibs.
Not enough rubber to go around, I guess.
What a nice day, though, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty awesome for the middle of November. So we got 2 down. This one done. I'm gonna take this and we'll go unhook it. So if you have an RX or a tractor like this, when you wash it, make sure you go inside here. See? Because if you don't, you get to have all kinds of problems down the road. Probably, I'm guessing, mice or corrosion, stuff like that. So yeah, we got to get this out of here. Where's Stephanie? Isn't this her tractor?
Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah, it's Steph.
What the hell?
Stephanie. Well, I better go help. I'm gonna put you guys away.
Well, it's bath time day for the combines. We're getting her done, Ivan. Yep. I think we're wearing more than the combines are at this moment. We got them rinsed off, got the bulk off, and Ivan's gonna shoot them with the big gun. Smell real nice. Whoa! Should we get the scissor lift? Yeah. Ladders are for nobodies. I fell off one once. Next time you get scissors. Not good. Over $20 we wash your combine. Ivan will do it for less. $5. Me $20.
$5 a square inch.
Square inch, yeah. We could probably retire then, Ivan, for a month.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, we gotta get to her. We gotta spin it around now. Loop it.
So today we're working on the trucks. We were hauling grain last week and had a bad air leak under the cab here. Let's see if you guys can see it. Way back in there somewhere. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But anyways, we got to pull floor pan out. We got the seat out. Floor mat's about ready to come out. And then we should be able to get at it. So I'll keep you updated, see if we get anything done. Well, it was just an hour and a half worth of work just to get to that little cover there. Okay, now I have a light so you can see, but so this line that the light's on there is leaking back there somewhere. Yeah, a lot of work to get to where you had to go, but we're there now, so we should be able to get her off and get it fixed. Well, we got our hose out. There it is. That was our leak right there, so should get a new one on order and get her back on the road.
Well, what do you think I need this for? Going to the bin site, big strap. It involves a grain auger, a chain, and a strap. Yeah, you guessed it. Electric motor. Yeah, let's see, yeah, that one. She quit. She kicked out last night, tripped the heat button on the motor, and so I reset it and it just hums. It just goes brrr. So I think she's just shot, and I don't know much about testing capacitors and all that stuff. And then it's a nice cold day with northwest wind, and it's starting to snow now. Beautiful, about 32 out. Nice balmy weather today. So I'm gonna go start the Steiger, then I gotta go get a chain, then I gotta get a bunch of wrenches, then we gotta go unbolt the motor, and I gotta bring the motor down. And then I'm by myself, other than Dad. Dad's here. But I guarantee you, Dad ain't coming up on the bin. So he'll be running the tractor. Oh, gotta get this out of here. Ground's starting to freeze and I got some ditching to do yet, so I'd like to get that done today. I was planning on doing that this morning. See if the old cat will start. I should have had coveralls on today. Son of a gun. Ah, it's cold. That wind, that northwest wind's just howling. Bugger. I hate electric motors and I hate augers. I hate them. So now we need a little screwdriver. Shut the disconnect off. Out of all the bins that I don't have walk around roofs on top, this is the one I needed on the most. Okay, I don't know, I found a bad capacitor. I'm pretty sure it's a run capacitor. I'm gonna put a little dab of dielectric grease on stuff. Alright. Okay. Alright, turn on number 1.
Yeah, I turned it to run.
Shut it off again. Found the problem. It was sparking. Here's what's left of that little clip that's supposed to go on the run capacitor. She wasn't making connection with the capacitor. So, looks like we won't have to take the motor off, so that's good. I gotta go down and find a different end, and we're gonna have to try to put a new end on this thing. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, well, I cut the end off. No, that'd have been very bad. There, okay. finally. Things are cold, not working, my hands aren't working good, the rubber or the coating is cold and hard. Cry me a river, right? Okay, shut it off and try it again. I had to disconnect off. Well, that little end right there, I don't want to touch it. That was the culprit. So we're good to go. Didn't have to pull the motor apart. Whew. And get these tightened up. Tighten him up just a little bit. So now we got nice tight belts. That's how you just loosen it up. I slid him down just a hair because he just wasn't quite tight enough. Just a little bit extra. Don't want to put too much pressure on that bearing, but everything seems to be holding fine. You know, whenever you buy a Milwaukee, you get little bags like this. It's like, what do you never use that for? I'm not going to put my tools in it and carry it around. Well, actually I do. I put my actual tools, not the actual Milwaukee tool. It's not the way to go down a bin. But I did it anyway. Now I gotta go up to the other bin and check that auger, make sure it didn't rattle itself loose last night. Running empty, if it was running empty. I don't think it was, but I gotta double check it. I think there was a fail safe, so if this auger doesn't turn on, that auger doesn't turn on, but I'm not 100% sure. You know, when you first start harvesting, you climb up these bins, your legs are just on fire. By the time you're done with it, it's not so bad. The younger me wouldn't have went up here. I would have said, oh, it's fine, there's nothing wrong. And then something would have happened. It had to be out in the field ditching or something today. So the older me just knows that I need to go check it. Probably be about the last day I can do any dirt work before it freezes. Please, baby, be good. Yeah, everything looks okay still. Okay. Okay, I think we can start everything up now. Kind of get things warmed up. It over dried what was in the bin. I'm going to turn on the grain leg right now because I do not want to have issues with forgetting that and burning a bunch of belts up. That old girl runs like silk. That now he's got her working good last year. Okay. Well, we're back up and running. She over dried what's in the bin. So I set the transfer moisture down to around 15, and then when it quits transferring, I'll know that it's an average of 15, and I'll bump it back up to my higher transfer moisture. Otherwise, it's just going to dump a whole bunch of wet grain on top of dry grain. Yeah, check the 4690. She was a couple, what, 5 quarts low on oil. That was a little more than needed, but at least I checked it. Stuff gets run hard sometimes, and I suppose it got forgotten last time we used it. Didn't get checked, so it used a little more oil. I suppose them old engines, they just kind of use a little oil. She's getting the shit worked out of her on that auger, so. Thinking we should put a big turbo on it. Bring it in here and let's pull a turbo on it and put a big one on. And then maybe turn her straight pipe so she whoop, 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 whoop. As Dana would say, whoop, 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 whoop. All right, I'm gonna go have coffee and I'm gonna wait for this thing to average out its moisture, and then I gotta tweak it a little bit, and then we're gonna go out to the field and do some ditching with the Wolverine, because in a day or two the ground's gonna be too froze to do anything. So that's the plan. You guys just stay right there. I'll come get you in a little bit after I have coffee. Well, we got the dryer going. We got the averages all averaged out now, so now it's starting fresh at a wetter moisture, so it's not thinking it dried a whole bunch of 14 moisture stuff and screws up my bin. Anyway, we are using old Greenie here, little F-150 for power. Use the battery on him to set up our base station here. Should be good. Oh, what happened here now? Tractor died. Well, that's interesting. Okay, we'll let her warm up and get everything turned on here. Find our maps. Double tap him. New project. Guidance. Well, it's about 8 o'clock and I think that's a wrap. Got a few ditches put in here. I'll show you what it looks like on the screen here. So this is the 80, and these are the ditches that we put in. 3 passes wide on all of them. Nice wide ditch, just like this. Well, I think that's it. That's pretty much the end of the dirt work for 2025. In the next day or two, she's going to be froze solid. Tonight, it's supposed to get down to 20 degrees. I don't think it's supposed to get above freezing tomorrow. I think we can put a fork in her. The dirt work is pretty much done. So there's a few guys still picking corn around here. The guys to the west of us, I feel for you. I feel really bad for you. 45 minutes to a half hour west of us, they're so wet, they got water everywhere. We're just very fortunate that the weather, or that the ground is fit enough to do what we can do here. Every little bit helps, especially when you're doing ditching and stuff like that. That field's pretty much ready to go for next year. I don't have to worry about any drowned outs, or much of any drowned outs anyway. I mean, I didn't get every little teeny pothole the size of a wheelbarrow, but I probably got 85 to 90% of the field. So anyway, we're gonna road this thing home, and we got more dryer issues. I don't know what went on, but I noticed on my camera I got set up in the dryer shack that the control panel went black. So when we get back, I gotta look at that a little bit. I'm gonna go back up on that bin and check that auger motor to see if that heat switch kicked out, or maybe, maybe that capacitor wasn't the problem. Maybe the motor is getting weak. All right, changed out more capacitors this morning. I changed all of them out and put new ends on a couple of them that were getting bad. And no bueno, the electric motor just does not want to start. Like, it just hums. It'll spin, and once it's going, it goes. So I don't know, unless I got the wrong start capacitors or something, I don't know. But anyway, I'm just gonna pull it off. This little motor up here has been here for, I don't know, 10, 11 years. It's filled this bin and all these big ones quite a few times. So we're just gonna pull it off. Come on! Should have had my radios. I left them down there. Now you gotta unbolt it, and then we'll lift her off. Ouch! Smash your fingers like I just did. It hurts even worse when your hands are cold. Hey! 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 Thinks it's just like it's Hawaii up here or something. There we go. I'll set her down and grab a new motor and bring up here. Well, that sure beats carrying it down. I'll go grab the pickup and we'll put it in the back of that. They're heavier than they look, so I'm not gonna tow it around if I don't have to. Well, the 10 horse is going to be a little big. I don't have the right pulley for it, and I'm not going to mess around with that. Nothing's open. So we're just going to rip this other auger off this other transfer here. All right, now that one's off. Now we can go to the next one. I ain't gonna walk underneath that thing. Probably end me. Actually, this is easier than putting motors in on the ground. I don't even have to lift them. Well, let's see if we got her wired right. Rotation's right and everything works. I'll just button her back up. Well, got warmed up a minute. I had to grab the puller here. I got to pull that pulley out a little more so it lines up with the belts. And I tried tapping on it with the hammer, but I'm going to end up wrecking that pulley. So I just came down, warmed up, grabbed what I needed. And then we're going to go back up there and then we'll just pull it out where it needs to be and tighten up that set screw. Oh, that reminds me, I should get a little Loctite, some blue Loctite. Them set screws on these pulleys seem to always want to loosen up. So, put a little of that on there. Because next time that thing comes down, it's when the motor's going to be shot. So, we'll worry about getting it off then if the Loctite's a problem. The other one lasted 10 years and this one's hardly been used. It's only filled that other bin a few times, so should be good. Okay, well, I got the puller put on. I wasn't even going to turn you on, but I thought, well, there might be some youngins out there never seen a puller like this, so that's how it goes on. Them jaws just get on the back side there. They just tighten up like that, see there, and it just pulls it off, pulls it out nice and even. The center one spins and it pulls on the outside, so probably pull it out further than we need, and then I can just tap it in as I need. That helps hold the jaws on. There. I think that should be good. By rights, guys, you're supposed to have a flat end here or some sort of flat bar or something, you can line it up perfectly true. But okay, put some Loctite in that set screw in here to hold this on, and then pretty much just tighten this up and shut the lid. Well, we got her all turned on again. Augers are working fine. I got this set at, it's going to take a sample in about 22 minutes. It's going to get the grain warmed up. Right there, that's the temp under the floor at the moment, under the bin. It's heating up. It's going to heat up to roughly 180 degrees. Everything here is good. It's on auto grain shut off, so if the grain gets too low, it's supposed to shut the bin off. Yeah, I think it's good. We're going to set the camera up here. I can watch it from my phone for a little bit here and make sure everything's working just right. So that's just a little Swift hitch cam on Wi-Fi. Click on my app. There, now I can see everything I need to see. It works good anyway. At least I can check on it. So if any of you guys need a cheap little hack, I guess you could say. Anyway, I'm gonna go home and eat. Hopefully get a bowl of soup or something, and yeah, so all right, catch you later.
Is it simple son of a bitch? It won't cooperate. Come on. Way better, way nicer.
Well, any other features you liked about? I need your attention already. Any other features?
Sorry, I got lost.
Yeah. Hey,
oh, there's a cloud up there. What do you think it tastes like?
Sorry, you probably didn't need to see that.